where we do dope nails with good vibes. Just gonna hang out, do some nails today. So I I don't know about the rest of you, but I try every day to do no less than one more nail every day, because you got to do it 10,000 times if you want to be the nail ninja. That's what they say. 10,000 times to be the master. So here we go. I just want to grab some oil real quick. All right. Because I didn't oil my cuticles today. And we all know you have to keep those bad boys nice and hydrated. Make sure you get the underneath. If you guys are wearing like extensions of any kind, you want to keep them really good and hydrated. It helps prevent it peeling away. If you guys ever seen the issue with having it peel away from the underside. So a lot of times if you just keep your cuticle and the underneath, that hyponychium, nice and hydrated and lubricated, it'll take care of that for you. All right. Let's get that in there. All right. So, I don't know. I was just kind of like goofing around earlier today, and I figured go live, do some nails just for shits and giggles. So, let's see what we can come up with. Welcome in, River. All right, let's get started. Say hi, Sally. Sally's like my bestie. We hang out all the time. Do some nails. All right, and let's start with our tip. I already cut the cuticle off of the back end of it, so. Oh, yeah. Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. So I think what we're going to do today is, wait, where'd it go? I was thinking of playing with the poop emojis because I bought them like as soon as they released them, right? I had to have them because, why not? So we're gonna do some poop and giggles nails. So I got the poops and I got the smiley faces. So we're just gonna do it for shit giggles. What you doing in Vegas, Tammy? Are you with MJ? Are you at the Vibe? Are you gonna go over to the Vibe Nail Lounge? I was in Vegas a few weeks ago. Gosh, I can't believe it's been like 2 weeks now. It's been crazy. But I went there for a little while, did some training with MJ, and then hung out with the family. It was my birthday, so my husband surprised me with a Vegas trip. Oh, your elderly uncle? Oh, to know me is to know I am a sucker for old people. I love old people. I hope he's okay. Everything good with Unc? He's just growing up in his age a little bit. You wish he was, yeah, yeah. Where in Vegas are you? Are you like in the Henderson area or where about? So I'm just prepping the nail a little bit. One of the things that I learned with MJ, hopefully I'm doing this right and showing it well enough to get that really nice, clean and tight line, is starting off with it really kind of short and taking that angle out right away. That way, from the get-go, we start nice and tight. Oh, he can't be left alone. I'm sorry. I had an auntie, my great aunt. She was demented, and for the last almost 2 years, I did my best to go visit her every Friday, because it just got to the point where she couldn't be at home and she couldn't be alone. Hopefully Unk is home and his safe surroundings. I think taking care of our elders is something that is definitely lost in American culture. We don't do enough of it, especially in comparison to other cultures and nations and that. All right, so I'm going to come in with my mandrel bit. Let me see. No, there we are. Okay. The sphere is pretty cool looking. I didn't go inside of it, but it's pretty cool looking. Ooh, what's going on? All right, so I'm going to have my client know a little bit on this like slight diagonal, and that way I can see from this point of view. Let me tighten up a little bit. Ooh, let's see if that works. All right. Come around the cuticle area in my overall feather. Just make contact with the nail, no pressure. And I move her hand to help my working hand. All right. Have that nice and prepped. I'm going to come in. I'm going to wipe off my dust. I'm going to come in with my swipe. Just give it a little bit on that brush. And wipe away. Oh, look. Huh. I only prepped one of them. That's funny. Okay, hold on. That's not the one I meant to do today. That's hilarious. Why did that crack? All right, let's do that again. Oh, no. Let's do that again. Come across. Do the cuticle. Do it twice, once to make sure there's no buildup. Why is my nail tip cracking? That's so strange. Look at that. It just cracked. Okay, well, whatever. You know what we do? Just start over. Hold on. That's just the way it works when it's live sometimes. All right, let's go. All right, let's open up my package. I know, it's like fighting for your life with these things sometimes. Watching me open up any package is usually like just funny. Nah, I got it. I got it now. Get one of those guys out. Let's just start over. I don't know what happened. My whole nail tip like cracked. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. All right, so let's just start over. We're going to take our cuticle on the plastic tip. We're going to cut her off. I'm just going to come in with a file real quick. I just like to start off so it looks nice and tidy when I'm done. So I always like to make it nice and tidy to start with. I do not understand why they don't just sell them like that. Like, why do they have the cuticle on there? It's crazy. All right. Get her. Click 3 times. There we go. There's 3. I'm just going to cut off that extra length. Okay, and then I'm just going to file to shape. Set yourself up for success. Come on, Sally. Work with me, girl. Work with me, Sally. How long are you going to be in Vegas? Where do you live? I always forget. What state are you in? All right. Tighten that up a little bit. Cool. Come back in one more time with our arbor band, which is about 150 grit, 6,000 RPMs. Go into the overhand grip. Come around my cuticle. And then just lightly tickle. Just feather, no pressure. Just make contact with the nail. Make contact with the nail. Whoop, I'm out of frame. Make contact with the nail. Here we go. I'm gonna master this whole being on camera thing. I'm totally gonna nail it one day. Nail it. All right. Go back in with my swipe. Clean the surface off. All right. If she cracks again, I'm gonna cry and give up. No, I'm not gonna. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. All right. Get out of my debris. I'm gonna come in with some protein bond, which we all know is like the greatest bonding adhesive we have out there, or bonding agent. If I remember correctly, Young Nails was first to market for an acid-free bonding agent. Completely different from what we had known prior. If I remember correctly, we used mostly methacrylate acids, very caustic. If you got it all over yourself and whatnot, it would burn. And then they were the first one to bring this out. So it was a little bit less caustic, no acid, and it works completely different. So let's go in with our form. Oh, you know what? Let's actually get the rest of our stuff out. I'm going to do a hybrid. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of liquid and powder. Get my dish and get my liquid out. I'm going to use Young Nails because, you know, it's like the best and my fave. Get my brush. All right. It's the Artistic Sculptor brush. I think everybody goes straight for like the Greg brush, but I like this one. Ooh, I'm almost out of monomer. Okay, well, that's okay. Oh, yeah, okay. That's okay. I got more. There's always more. My room is like a hidden secret of all kinds of stuff in here. Oh my gosh, you're going to be in Vegas till September? Okay, Texas. Well, if you're going to be in Vegas till September, you should at least go see Melissa or go see MJ. Yeah, we're going to use this one. This is lemon jelly. So, whoosh. It's a pretty powder. Let's do that. Get a little bit more paper towel to wipe my brush on because I get messy. I know, I'm messy. It's okay. It's a beautiful mess. And then when you spill, you know, any of the sparkly things, it just gets prettier. All right, let's go there. All right, now let's get our form. We're going to pop our back off, place it down. Just adds a little bit of stability. Makes it a little bit stronger. Take my two ends and I just pinch it so it's perfectly together on those two tabs. And then for Sally, you don't have to open that up. I do often, mostly just because it's a habit to open it, but for Sally, I try not to. Try to hold it together a little bit. All right. Let's see. What shape should we do? Hey, 8080 Gaming, welcome in. All right, let's see. What shape do you think? Should we do something in the almond family or should we do something in the square family? What do you think? Square? All right. Okay, square it is. So for the square shapes, I'm gonna open up my form. I don't know if you can see it from here. Let me see if I can move this. So I'm gonna open up my form a little bit and not have that completely pinched closed. And then that way I can kind of get my C shape in and get my square shapes. All right, cool. Check that out. I'm just gonna kind of line up from where it starts growing from, just so I can see where my lines have to be. Sometimes they just don't line up perfectly with the lines that are already on the form. So I will try to give myself a little bit of a visual of where I want it. So right about there. We're going to encapsulate too, so we're just going to start off with something really nice and thin. Kind of like liquid. Let me see if I can get this in the shot. Liquid and powder. So I'm going to go all the way into my liquid, and then I'm going to bounce into my powder. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And my angle's not good there. All right, so all the way in, tap, tap, tap. Bounce, bounce, bounce into my powder. And I'm just going to let those two of those marry together a little bit. When I work on the form, I like it to be a little bit closer to clay. So I don't really want it to be very wet because I want to be able to mold it and move it around. And I'm going to walk from the top. I beg your pardon? Ooh, hi, welcome in. I can maybe do your nails. Where are you from? All right, walk it from the top and then bring it right up. And then using zone 2 and 3 of my brush, so like the meat of my brush, the middle and the back end of it towards the ferrule, I'm going to continue to walk it from the top, connect it into the growth channel, and then I'm going to stretch till I get to my desired length. And really just a slight little roll. So it's just like just a little bit so I can start working and getting that nice shape put in, working with the C curve. When we create the nails, we want it to ascend to the highest part of the apex of the nail. The strongest shapes we have really in nature are going to be arches. You know, if you look at some of the architecture and structures that have been around for the longest, and that's what we're creating. We can get just a little bit more because I think I want the nail just to be a scotch longer. So I'm going to come in with a pearl backwards. And I'm just going to use that to blend and blend just to get into our length and shape. Ooh, that's going to be a long one. That's okay. I like long nails. I like making long nails. We're going to do some encapsulation, so it'll be fun having a lot of length to do it on. I say that until I have to start filing. Then in the back of my head, I'm thinking like, what the hell did I do? Say again?
The pink one?
The pink one?
Yeah.
The pink one.
If you wanted to know what shade it was.
The pink one on my hand. I'm wearing concealer pink from Young Nails. It's their it's just their hard gel. There's nothing on and clear top coat, gloss top coat. Shannon, welcome in, friend. We're doing hybrid nails. We're gonna do a little encapsulation. I'm super excited for it. All right. So right about now, it's not really moving much, so I know it's pretty hardened. And then I'm just going to take a very little bit in a thin, wet pearl, and I'm just going to start that at the top of the cuticle. And I'm going to trust my run. I'm just going to let it run, and I'm just going to guide it. Here we go. And then we're just going to pull it from the front, pull it from the front, white, pull it from the front, pull it from the front. And I'm just doing this to blend over and to make sure it's all one piece. So when I take that form off, it all stays together. Because that's always the scary part, right? Like taking the form off and you're like, please don't take the free edge with it. And if that's happened to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, good for you. It's happened to me more than once. It doesn't happen often anymore, but it happens. All right. So Sally's a harder plastic, so I can't really like go in. Like if I tried to pinch it at this point, she's not going to do much. She doesn't really mold, so I'm not going to be too concerned with it. I am going to make sure I have a little bit of a pinch in my form, so I'm working and creating a bit of the C curve in there. The glitters. Oh, the glitters in my nail? Is that what you're talking about? So what do I have? I have sugar lips in my nails. And then I have like these like Aura nail transfers that I got. I think I got them from Gemini Cosmetics, Gemini, Nevada. You can go to their website. They got some pretty cool things. All right. So we're going to go in there. Awesome. And then the powder that we just used to create our free edge. This is lemon jelly from Young Nails. So it's meant to be like a jelly, semi-translucent kind of color. Let me just put my liquid aside. So whenever I'm done with my nail, what I usually do is just leave my brush in my liquid so it can clean. I just put it off to the side just so it's out of my way. All right. So she's still a little bit wet. You can hear there's no clicking when I tap. So I'm going to start grabbing some of the other materials we're going to use. So let's see, we're going to hybrid. So let's get some base coat. So I'm going to use the Synergy base coat. Get my nail, get my brush. It's the Master Gel brush. I love this brush. It's so pretty. It's such a good brush. It's small enough, but it will go to a point real nice when you need it to kind of point up. So, great brush. Let's get our base gel out. All right. And then we're going to use some of these guys. So this is, wait, I should look at the name of it. This is poop emoji. So, and then we've got smiley face emoji. All right. Go here. Excellent. And then I think I took some of these out. So I think we might work with some of these. So we have salty sweet. We have the bygones, electro echo, but I like these because they have like a little bit of like that hollow kind of feel to it. And so we'll probably wind up working with some of these. I'm just going to take the caps off and see how that goes. Kind of playing around. Let's see what we can create with this. I really just wanted to try to create something with the poop emojis. I don't know why I bought them. Well, I know why I bought them because they sold them, right? And I thought it was hilarious, but I don't really think my clients are out there trying to get poop put in their nails. All right, so she's feeling a little bit better. So let's see. Click, click, click. All right, so I'm going to take my tool and I'm just going to separate it and separate and pull down. And then from here, whenever you take your foam off, always come down. Don't try to rip it up or anything like that. You're liable to take the whole thing with you. All right, cool. Oh, she's still a little soft. That's okay. That's all right. Oh, she's kind of cute already. All right, so let's go in. Let's make some nails. And I got my pretty little tile. Thank you, Vide Nail Lounge. Thank you, MJ. All right, so I'm going to come in just a little bit of base gel. And I'm just going to kind of tap it around, get everything nice and sticky. And let's see what we have. We'll take some of our poop emojis. We'll bring those down. Let's get some of our smiley guys. Whoosh. Put those down. Let me get a brush. All right. Let's see. I don't know why that tickles me so much. It's so funny to me. Oh my gosh. All right. So let's go. We're just gonna put a bunch of these down because why not? Shannon, what are you up to tonight? Although it's probably not, well, what time is it there? It's 8, so 6, 7, 8, 5. Are you 2 hours or 3 hours in Colorado? I don't really know. I would think 3, but I don't really know. I'm sorry, that's just funny. I've been dying to do this to a nail. Oh my God. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out while we're doing this. This is too funny. Okay. Look at these smiley faces. Look, let's put her on upside down. Okay. Can't see them yet? All right. Can you- It's just nails for shits and giggles, bro. Oh, there's 2 on there. Ta-da! Okay, well, she wants to live there. Okay. We're just gonna put a bunch of them down. Okay, that's really funny, and I really like it. All right. No, she doesn't want to live there. You want to be there? No? All right, let's do a happy face. All right, so let's go here. I'm gonna flash cure this because I want to layer some of this in there. So I'm just gonna kind of flash this a little bit, and then we're gonna start adding a little bit of glitter to go with it. Why does it seem so glitchy? Is it glitchy? I don't know. We just had a little thunderstorm come through here, so I don't know if that really has anything to do with it or not. All right, I'm just gonna make some of this sticky again. So I'm just kind of tapping some more base. All right, let's get a little fuzzy Betty brush. All right, so let's do some of these big pieces here. Let's see what happens here. The good thing is like there's no commitment really. I mean, if we don't like it, we just wipe it off. Oh no, I like it. Okay, it's sparkly. I mean, come on, it's sparkly. It's funny though. I can't. Oh, I don't know. I really could just sit here and play with this stuff all day. Tammy or Shannon, did you guys buy this when it was available? Whenever it was, have you played with it at all? Okay, I kind of like that. Let's do that. And then kind of with a little salty sweet, right? And just kind of fill in some of the empty negative spaces. I like that. All right, cute. And I'm just going to come in with a little bit of this gold and just kind of play. Okay, we could add more pieces. I know. I'm telling myself that, so I know I can add more. Because, hey, why not? Why not? Okay, that's kind of funny. I like it so far. I don't know. Just playing around though. I've lost my cameraman. All right, here we go. Let's do maybe just a few more pieces. So I'm just going to kind of come in, tap. Just where I want to add a few more little pieces here and there. Okay, I really like those little holographic kind of pieces in there. That's kind of pretty. I like it a lot. All right. All right, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, cute. I think I'm just making kind of like a junk nail, but I'm totally here for it. Wait, let's go here. You want to be okay, she wants to be there. Oh, let's just do another happy little face right there. Happy, happy. Because, it's just shits and giggles here. It's all fun at Michelle's place. Dope nails and good vibes, y'all. Y'all. If you would have told me 20 years ago I was going to learn to say y'all. That's funny. All right. No, maybe. Maybe. All right. Yeah, maybe right there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Is there something going on with the live? Okay. Shannon, if there's something going on, like, because I don't see if can you can you shoot me a text if there's like anything going on, like if you can't see or hear, because I'm not seeing anything come through here. And I feel like my whole lighting just changed out of nowhere, like it got all glitchy, right? It's a little weird. It doesn't? Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to cook her. So into the light she's gonna go. I'm gonna do 60 seconds on that, get a good cure, and I'm gonna cap everything. So go from there. So I was completely entertaining myself by putting those pieces in there. I'm dying to do it. Thanks, emojis. Thanks, Habib. And Twitch community, because if I remember correctly, this started on Twitch as a joke. And then next thing you know, it was being released. I miss the Twitch community. But that's okay. You're busy people over there. I get it. All right. Gold. I gotta cap everything. I spill things. Like, oh yay! Spamming the hearts, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's go in. It's so funny to me. You guys see that? I mean, I like the smiley faces too, but okay. I mean, I could have done something that was a little bit less like abstract, like just a solid color, right? Like a white and put it in there, but this just makes me giggle. Alrighty, so let's go. Let's get build pink. If you're gonna encapsulate, this is the product to do it with, right? And it's hot in here. So we're gonna work this fast because I'm pretty sure this is gonna move pretty fast. So I'm gonna get my handy dandy light ready for me. At least I think it's hot in here. If it's not, it might just be me, but it feels hot in here. All right. And come into our liquid. Where's my tool before we get started? Be prepared. All right, here we go. I'm going to come in, scoop, scoop, cut my tail off, and then I'm going to come in, hold the finger down so gravity can do what gravity does. And I'm going to pillow it around the cuticle area and then bring it down the center and connect it from the sides up in the corners. And I'm just going to work my brush, and so it goes from the widest part to the thinnest part of the brush. And I'm going to connect again to add a little bit more. And continue to work it down. So once I get to about zone 2 of the nail, the mid of the nail, I'm going to hold it parallel. I got to move this. It's in my way. All right. And then, let's go back in. And then all I'm going to do is come in and hold it parallel and continue to work it down. Stretch it down, stretch it down. And connect. So I can always come back in. I'm not too concerned about my upper arch or apex. I just want to make sure I have enough product everywhere I need it to be. So I can come back in and add a little bit more for my structure. Right now, I just want to make sure everything is covered and coated, covered and coated. Ooh, see, I knew she was going to start getting hot. Plus, it's my first gel of the day. Oh, I was in salon, but I didn't practice any before we got started here. I was like, I'm sorry, the little smiley faces are like popping through. That's just funny. All right. Just for shits and giggles, guys. It's just nails. It's not that serious. We're not putting a man on the moon. We're just hanging out, doing nails, talking about nails. All right. So if I look at her from my profile, when I look at her here, I can already see, I don't know if you guys can see, I definitely need more product right here. She's a little bit low. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to look at it from my profile from the side view, and I'm going to fill in where she needs to be. And just bring that down. Let it self-level a little bit. I know if you guys work with the tubes, you can just put a little bit from the tube straight down the center and you let it self-level. That works too. Oh, that's much better. Okay, cool. And then I'm just going to flash cure it to stop it from moving. There we go. That's looking much better. Awesome. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and give her a full cure, and then we'll file into perfection. All right, in the lamp, 60 seconds she goes. I'm going to wipe my brush because I'm going to put her away, so I wipe it off both sides, and I'm just going to give her a little spin. And in her case, she goes. All right. What's up? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up either. I don't know. I mean, I can try stopping and coming back in. I've seen that before. I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
I don't know if we get to do it because we got moderate control or not. Somebody's doing lots of hearts.
Yay. thanks for hearts.
I don't see anybody able to talk since.
I don't know. So
You want to keep the frequency?
it's fine. All right, let's go. Wipe off my tool. All right, and I'm just gonna come in with a little bit of swipe. I'm gonna take off that sticky layer, and then we're just gonna go ahead and start filing her. Let's go here. All right. I'm gonna come in on our sidewall, 5-point filing, and I'm gonna come to the other side, and I'm gonna hold the nail with my hand, and I'm gonna hold my file to keep it sturdy with my finger. Come here. I hold it on one side, and then I hold it on the other side. And the reason why we do that is because if you're just filing it like this, what happens is sometimes people will be like, oh my God, my nails feel so sore. So this will help prevent that. And then that way you're not feeling like you shouldn't be using a lot of pressure. Just use the file. Just make contact with it. Make contact with it. So we did 1, and then we're going to do 2. So we're going to come and do our lower arches. So all of that that's hanging kind of below. So if I line my file up here, all this down here that's hanging low, that's what we need to file off. So we're just going to line it up and just make contact and file up. File up. Your pressure is on the up. Make contact with it so you get a nice straight line to create those lower arches. Come back on the other side. Make our lower. Line it up. Woo. Sweaty. I find square to be one of the harder shapes to do. It shows all. And then I'm just going to start cleaning up my free edge also. Look at my line. So just a little bit more. Here we go. All right, I'm going to come in with my electric file. I'm going to grab my X cut. And we're going to work at about 12,000 RPMs. 13. Okay, we'll do 13. 13,000 RPMs. Clean up my perimeter area. All right, and then we're going to go into our eye formation. So we're going to look from the side, come around that cuticle area, and I can see right there where my apex is. I'm just going to bring it down till I get to about zone 2. And then I'm going to come down to zone 3. So 3 on my bit, 3 to the nail, and I'm going to blend that back up. Then I'm going to come down, look down the barrel of the nail, and I'm just looking at the nail. And take zone 1 to 1 and just blend it down. I'm just trying to remove bulk and create my shape. Because again, we want it to ascend to the high point this way. So lowest to highest, and same coming down this way. I shouldn't be giggling, but I think it's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna come down. All right, check my lower arches again. Just kind of come in, make sure everything is nice and tight. Other side, make sure everything is nice and tight. Lines are nice and clean. Looks good. And then we're going to go into our client profile. So we're going to look at it from this perspective. And I'm just going to make sure I like my lines. They look good. They look straight. Ooh. I just started working with the X cut, so it's a whole different beast. I love it though. She's a great little bit to play with. So years and years ago, I accidentally cut somebody with this, and I was afraid of it forever. So I've just recently picked it back up. Wait a minute. I know where everybody is. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot. MJ's live on Twitch right now. Yes. No. It's the Vibe Nail Lounge. Okay. They're live on Twitch. That's what happened. All right, let's go. Our lines are nice and pretty though. I like our lines. It looks good. Check, check, check. She's such a funny. Awesome. All right. So let's go. Let's clean up the underside a little bit. I always like to come in, just do a little bit here, make it really nice and thin, and make sure my C curve is in there. All right, cool. We'll do some finishing touches. I always like to clean out with a brush. Just try not to get any of that dust trapped into the chuck. I know I forgot my dust extractor. I do that often, especially when I'm with Sally. I forget. It's okay. All right, let's put our rubber band back in. There we go. Let's work this down. And I'm just refining it a little bit, making sure. I love my smiley faces. All right. Looking good. Nice. She looks good. Do some final touches. I want to come in with a 150 though. So I'm going to come in with my 150. And tighten up my lines. Check it from client profile. Always check from client profile. So come in here. Here. Square her up nice and tight. All right. I think she's looking pretty decent. Looking good. Looking good. Try to check her from all the different angles. Nice. All right. Here we go. Let's go for the top coat. That's when you get to see the whole thing come to life. It's like the best part. If you do encapsulated nails, you know as soon as you get ready to put that top coat on, you can almost hear it, right? So, whoop, there goes her finger. So I'm going to wipe away the dust. I'm going to come in with a little bit of swipe to finish cleaning off all of the debris. Now, if you want, you can put some more protein bond down. Make sure everything stays, no chipping, peeling. It's fine. If you're going to use a color that you think you can see the scratch marks through, I would totally use the protein bond. That way it'll fill in any of the scratches. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is my favorite part. All right. So this is manicure top coat. I'm gonna try to work it up to my cuticle area. And there she goes. So, little shits and giggles. Oh, all right. I always like to check in my light line, just make sure I don't see anything in there. Looks good, looks smooth. Put it underneath the light, 60 seconds. All right, Sally. Do a little light housekeeping. In salon, I try to always stay in motion. So if they're in the lamp, I'm usually working on the other hand, or I'm cleaning up, because y'all know if you're working behind the table, your space gets real small real fast if you don't. All right. There we go. Build gel, base. So these are all the products we used today. So we used all Young Nails, the Build Pink, base, lemon jelly, poop emojis, and smile emojis. We did wind up using the Salty Sweet, Electro Echo, and just a few touches of the Bygones. So, super fun. All right, let's see how that nail came out. And a random, oh my gosh, now in my room, instead of finding like glitter pieces, I'm going to find little poop emojis everywhere. I think it's funny. At the end of the day, I usually think I'm funny. I'm like the mayor of my own world. All right, so I'm going to get a little pledge it here, a little lint-free friend. Wipe her off. Oh, there we go. And here we go. Let's turn her around. Here's our nail. Yeah, I can get her. I think I can get in closer. Ooh. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Okay. Can you see it? I don't know if the pictures always, like, pictures are hard to kind of show off what you got in there. And I got that light line in there. I like her. I think it's funny. I think it's great. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Making some fun nails. Practicing my shapes. Come do nails with me. Try to do nails every Monday. So, oops, there we go. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Bye.